Is Victor Oladipo coming back to the Miami Heat? Miami Heat return tonight with another preseason game. A few things I want to talk to you guys about. Welcome to another Miami Heat Talk adventure. It's your boy Ernest. Before we get started, you guys, please take a moment, smash the like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Definitely need your guys' help to get there. So let's get rocking and rolling, you guys. A few things I want to discuss. Now, first and foremost, you got the Miami Heat playing tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. A few things I want to update you guys about. Injury reports have not been given out yet, so we don't know exactly who's going to be playing and who's not going to be playing. But somebody that we know that's not going to be playing for sure is Jaime Jaquez. Coach Spo did give an update recently that Jaime Jaquez will not play the remainder of the preseason, and it is possible that he may miss the season opener. It's like I mentioned last week, you guys, with groin injuries, it's similar to hamstring injuries. You don't know how long these things take to heal. It's a muscle tendon, so it's going to take its time. Usually with groin injuries, it's anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. So it's not a season ender, but it may keep him out for some time. And with the NBA, you're constantly running up and down. So a groin injury, just like a hamstring injury, is not something you want to mess with. So I definitely understand the Miami Heat giving him some time. Now, I have seen people in my comments recently say things like Jaime Jaquez is already injury prone, Nikola Jovic as well. I'm going to stop that right now. It's too early to tell you guys. Yes, Jaime Jaquez did get injured the first game of the Summer League. Yes, he did get injured the first game of the preseason. So I understand that there's a trend that's following, but it's his first season. Let's not label him already. Just like Nikola Jovic, injuries happen. Being in a world from a profession myself where injuries are common, this type of stuff happens. It's not about getting injured, it's about what you do when you come back from injury. So I really think that Jaime Jaquez and Nikola Jovic still have a lot of potential on this team. But another guy who has been showing his potential with Jaime Jaquez and Nikola Jovic out, Jamal Cain. Didn't really do anything the first preseason game, but the last 2 preseason games, Jamal Cain is averaging 26 minutes, giving you 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, killing it on the offensive glass. This guy is 6'6", 6'7", great 3-and-D player. He's showing you that he's evolving his 3-point shot game. He's an elite defender as well. Well, let's not call him elite yet. We haven't really seen him. From what we've seen, he is a pretty good defender. I do know that he has gotten a close personal tie with Jimmy Butler in training camp. He's working with Jimmy. He's practicing defense against Jimmy. So that's the person you want to play against to get better. Now, Jamal Cain was not given a full season contract like Orlando Robinson was. As we've been talking about since the summer, Orlando Robinson and Jamal Cain are our standout breakout players. Jamal Cain is still currently in a 2-way contract, one of the 2-way contract he has. I could definitely see Jamal Cain earn a roster spot this season. I don't think Miami Heat wants to let this guy go to another team. And it's like I've said before, Jimmy Butler is not going to play a full 82 games. When Jimmy Butler sits out, you either have Jaime Jaquez or Caleb Martin starting in his place. You're going to need a Jamal Cain when times like December and January roll around. We saw it last season. There were games that Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, multiple people miss, and Jamal Cain and guys like Orlando Robinson stepped up and they filled the role nicely. So I really like Jamal Cain going into the season. You guys let me know what you think about giving Jamal Cain a full season contract. Do you think he's earned it, or do you think you need to see more? Now, getting to the next topic, you guys, Victor Oladipo. We've been on a roller coaster with Victor Oladipo the last 3 years. As for those that don't remember, Victor Oladipo has been linked to the Miami Heat even before he came here in the 2021 trade deadline. We eventually did trade for him. You sent a package of Kelly Olynyk, future first-round draft pick. You were able to get Victor Oladipo. In the 2021 season, he gets injured 6 games in. You're thinking he's going to be the number 3 next to Jimmy and Bam, along with Tyler. That doesn't happen. But I think the last 2 seasons, Victor Oladipo in Miami, he did show what he could do in this stage of his career. Now, he's not that same guy from the Indiana Pacers, but he gives you great quality, especially coming off the bench. He's a great defensive presence, and he can create his own shot. Now, why am I talking about the possibility of Victor Oladipo coming back to the Heat? They traded him to the Oklahoma City Thunder and his $9.5 million contract. Well, yesterday, Victor Oladipo was traded from the OKC Thunder to the Houston Rockets as a part of the package for Kevin Porter Jr. We know that shit show that's going on with him. But Houston made the trade for him, so Victor's back in Houston. And there's a huge possibility that Victor Oladipo may be waived or even bought out. Now, because he was traded from OKC to another team, if he's bought out or waived, then the Miami Heat can re-sign Victor Oladipo at the minimum scale contract. And if you ask me, especially with the depleted limits we have at point guard, the fact that we have to use Josh Richardson as a ball handler along with Kyle Lowry, Victor Oladipo is a guy that can play with the ball in his hands. He does play a dual guard position. He's a big body. He's great defensively. We've seen it in the past. Now, he's not going to help you in the beginning of the season because of the injury he suffered in the playoffs. But as we've seen with Victor Oladipo, when it comes time for March and April, he's going to be there to help out. This team is poised for an NBA championship. You don't know what's going to happen with Kyle Lowry. You don't know what's going to happen injury-wise. You pick up a guy like Victor Oladipo, especially at the minimum, hey, I'm all for it. I think the Miami Heat should definitely look into this. Why not? He already has a home in Miami. He's developed in the system for the last 3 seasons. I think it's a match made in heaven, especially for the minimum contract. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about bringing Victor Oladipo back to this team, especially at a minimum contract? Do you think that's a good idea, or give that roster spot to someone else? What do you guys think about Jamal Cain? Has he earned his spot yet or no? Do you guys still believe that Jaime jaquez is injury prone? And who do you think is going to take the game tonight between the Heat and the Knicks? It's a preseason game. It's not a big deal, but we're 2-1 in the preseason. Like to get that dub. Like to see a few other people step up. I know I have been praising Drew Smith recently. He was released by the Miami Heat, so it looks like Eric Spoelstra didn't see as much as some of us did. Didn't look to be something big. He had a lot of bad offensive games in the preseason. Showed a lot defensively, but it wasn't enough. Look for the Miami Heat to really not give a damn about this point guard position. You know, I think it's going to start with Josh Richardson with Kyle Lowry coming off the bench, and you guys never know. A trade could be imminent in the trade deadline for February. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to smash the like button. Hit the comments as well. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. One more thing before I go, you guys. Just a reminder, this Saturday, I will be doing my very first YouTube live video. I will discuss the time very shortly, probably in my video tomorrow. I'm going to pick a time. It'll be likely early in the day, probably like around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I'm not able to do Saturday, I will do Sunday. I will announce the exact date and time tomorrow. Just a heads up, everyone. I have gotten everyone's message. For those of you that have followed me on Twitter X, you are in the list. I've gotten everyone that's followed me. Don't worry about it. Also, for those of you that do not have Twitter/X, for those of you that have messaged me on YouTube in the comments, I have taken your YouTube handle and added it to the raffle. Everyone that is messaging me, being a part of this raffle, will be involved. Now, the main way to get involved, you guys, go on Twitter/X, give me a follow. Send me a DM or a message on Twitter letting me know that you followed to give me the heads up so I can add your name into the list. If you do not message me, it's hard for me to know that you did it. Also, Saturday or Sunday, watch the live video. When you watch the live video, I'll be doing a random drawing. The winner will get a pink Miami Vice Bam Adebayo jersey. I've shown it here in the past. I will show it again. This is my appreciation for you guys getting me to 2,000 subscribers, but it ain't over yet. Let's push for 3. Thank you guys for the love and support. Until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Let's go Heat.